into the area outside, and they're just, oh my god, Hora, they know what they want to do, but wait a second, you're gonna miss your shots. The Mini 14 is gonna finally connect as Sky Hora make sure that M416 is gonna take that final bullet on towards the players. The rest of the Boom Esports down to the last guy. It is that guy. He's low, he's getting that damage, and one single wrong move, staying outside of the play.
Just on the outside here. Could definitely benefit off of a few of those sprays. But the position's not necessarily working out in their favor, at least not for the time being. Ooh, Boom, though. They're going to open it up onto the side there of Alpha 7. As we look now at Mula trying to find the opportunity. But BTR is going to stop them in their tracks as they secure another elimination. That is their first point on board. Now, Bumblebee getting ready to just come flying up the hillside. Is going to be Voin Donkey, the first line of aggression they will have to face as they look to gain the ground, gain the territory. The sprays are in, though, and there we have it. The first knock is in, and a quick conversion as well.
A quick conversion right in there. 14 minutes, 15 minutes, and we still have 14 teams alive. Stem9 finally take the fight against Hora Esports. There's also a Alpha 7 versus the Boom Esports going on. Look at the kill feed. Look at the dead alive counter. Everybody's going haywire. There's Alpha 7's flare going down, Stem9's flare down. Alpha still very front side of their angles. Also, after the Sem9, there's also Voin Donkey. So it's a 3v fight, 3v deadlock that can be initialized from this particular location. But Jiggle and alongside of Sky, they're also pushing from the back, closing in. Sem9, oh my god, the guy's just chill out there. Perone, he's gonna be taken down. Mampa, he's down. Manpa, alongside the rest of one player of Sem9. BTR is also getting down. Arena is also facing a heavy casualty over here. Jiggle Hora versus Voin Donkey. The third party has finally ensued, and in fact, it is Hora Esports that has actually took that for a third party and got that first initial elimination.
Yeah, this is not the time to go lying down. You got to stand up and fight. And Voin Donkey Hora going to continue to try and contest for control of the edge of zone. Also going to be very careful of Alpha 7's position just down towards that southern side. But the utilities, the grenades, now starting to find their way on through. We do see Talon also packing a bit of a punch there. But Hora absolutely running into the wall here as they are being met with quite a bit of aggression. At least they've been able to secure themselves those 5 eliminations, but now it's going to be that sneaky play coming through here from Carrillo and Squash Brew as they start to move on forward. Squash Brew will get taken on down. Revo could now potentially maybe look to bring in a bit of assistance here, but it does seem like they are going to instead prioritize just a little bit more of that longevity, keeping their distance at least now for the time being. But Hora looking to cement themselves right then and there. Stage 4 about to come.
Loving the performance of Hora at this point. The way that they actually managed to secure this much of the elimination numbers without even a single casualty. They're going completely haywire into the lobby. Look at Sleepy right now getting an elimination. Jiggle face-to-face against Alpha 7's player. Carrillo in the front line, finally getting a headshot connected on Hora Esports' player. That's Jiggle down. Now he's going to push forward, get that elimination with the car, with the style. But after that, he's also going to face that elimination by the hand of the rest of the players into the proximity. Hora Esports, another elimination to their name. That's 8, I think 9 eliminations. Yes, 9 eliminations so far. But down to the top 10 PR, only 4 more teams. Even after this big of an aggression, this big of a disastrous gameplay from all of the teams, have survived, have just got eliminated. That's the 5th one, and still, with the 9 teams remaining into the match, it's going to be even more destructive.
Yeah, well, we went from 9 to 8 in a blink of an eye.
8 up, but Talon Esports, I think they've just left the premises. They're like, okay, nope, we don't want any of those fights to happen. Nobody's on the mountaintops of the military base island so far, but A1 Esports, they also have the first initial elimination. They just got that. They just to close. The stage is about to be made, and all of these numbers, all of these teams, 17 teams. DK, that's 17 teams in this lobby so far, alive, surviving, and you can see the shelter, the circle going towards the shelter area, where Sem9 is going to enter through the western region. There's already E-Arena close to A1's location. There's Talon on the southern side near the DRS location as well. So it's 4-way, 5-way fight straight up at the shelter at this time.
I mean, the area might be called shelter, but there is going to be none of that, right? There will be no place to hide with the sheer volume of players moving in. Talon going to be the first team to experience a little bit of difficulty here as the rush comes through, but NC2 will be dropped on down. Yoru coming through with a beautiful play.
That's definitely the possibility that's going on. So far, it is the first that's going on. Sem9, A1 it is, and Sem9, they are not able to like hold it off. Same as A1 as well. Both parties have got the first initial knockup, but A1, no, this is the wrong move. You just rushed in upon on the Sem9's guy, and that's going to cost you a lot. That Storm taking the fight to Fire and getting him down. The okay, Fire versus the DBS. It is the Molotov on its play as well. That Storm getting down. It's really the solo guy, the only guy from this point onward that is surviving. He's trying to push towards the proximity as well to take down the players of Sem9 as well. Byron in the left side compound of Rowdy on the main double-story compounds. There is the team Sem9, the rest of the players. There's Boomy Sports in the midst of all of this, taking those shots with those grenades, trying to get some casualties done. Octa coming on, taking one player. Yumiko is down, is done, and dusted. A grenade comes over. Octa barely just surviving because of that, because of the grenade just getting boomed up early on. But there we go, Manpop getting eliminated. Sem9 man paused his own grenade for some reason, got the demise of Mboomy Sports, even though as a third party they were not they did not manage to survive longer than Sem9 at this point. Sem9 is still alive, they're still gonna get that revival, but Vampire as a third party, fourth party, even a fifth party is coming into the play, taking down Sem9's player, 15th position. Sem9 gets eliminated on A1 Esports. A1, the team that was originally at this location, they are still remaining here. There are still two of those guys that is going to be residing, that's going to be surviving at this point. And at this location, there's still a lot of other teams that can actually push in and take those fights with them.
Yep, I mean, it's good play coming through here from A1, but let's see, will they make it? So far, it's looking pretty grim, as it is going to be Team Secret looking to join the party as well. Vampires, A1, Team Secret. I mean, pick a name. They've all been here. And another squad will fall, as it is going to be Vampire to make it out with 2 eliminations. Bigatron by Vitality, the next one down. Oh, no. There we go. A1 Esports out with 3. So we've said goodbye to 5 teams in a near back-to-back-to-back play here. We still are left with 007. Gonna try dip, duck, dive and dodge their way through the spray down. Not quite sure what Team Secret's doing up on the hill. Maybe trying to tank a few hits here, as Octa has a good line of sight there.
Meaning E-Arena is down to the 2 players as it is. Alter Ego, 4-man, corner of the circle. They have the arsenal, they have their cars. Every transportation is for them as well available. But Alpha 7,
JD, in the meanwhile, is going to use this opportunity to reposition, come through with a bit of a flank. This is now then angle that DRS is going to look to play on towards them. Alter Ego now quickly going to pick themselves back up, but we do say goodbye to Boom Esports, as Doom is not going to be able to hold on for the rest of this match.
point against Alpha 7.
Yeah, it's all about those vantage points getting capitalized upon. It is going to be Mafioso now trying to just dip out of dodge as they quickly come through with that rotation. But again, a lot of carnage ensuing in the feed. Mafioso, unfortunately, not going to be making it out safely, as they will get picked on up. Now let's see whether or not Setup can actually survive this. It is going to be BTR still holding quite steadily up on the ridge. To Ego and E-Arena finding themselves in a bit of a standoff here. Is a 2v2. Now, who will be the one to walk out of this in one piece? Oh, Tony K. Very, very close here to Krypton. Oh, the shot is in. Absolutely beautiful showing. But as quick as the knock came through, Tony K getting dropped right on down. It is going to be Crypto now relaying a little bit of information over here to Daybot.
I mean, Daybot, amazing initialization. There we go, another extra kill on the connection, getting another one down. It's a 1v1 potentially, but finish first, think later. Alter Ego in the meanwhile gets finished off by NC2. So the grenades are going on to the BTR and DRS side as well. The smokes have been deployed. Zamza has that M416 in hand, but there's a P90. There's a P90 to his opponent's hand, so it's definitely going to be a no-brainer whether you need to take the fight, whether you need to not take the fight. But BTR, they're not actually pushing. This is one thing that I'm looking at, is the fact that nobody is actually over-pushing the situation. First off, they get the knockdown. After that, they decide to push. But Zamda getting a knockdown. This is the moment. JD, the last guy, is taken down by the BTR. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. A 9 elimination to the DRS side, and they have been eliminated
On the opposite side here, going to be looking to contest against the side of Sem9. Sem9 starts moving into the vehicles, hopping, pushing for the zone. Oh, cheeky spray down as Axel lands a few hits, but not enough to do the damage. Here we go, a quick little bit of a trade-off now coming in between Horror and BTR. Both of the teams at the top of the leaderboard.
We're finally going to have a connection. We're finally going to have a knock. No, the answer is no. Tribe Messi, 4 players, 8 elimination. Big Mama finally getting up, and Talon taking them instantly down. It's a knock, it's a confirmation, and it's a 6th elimination towards the players. As Boyza, you can see, Boyza, he has 5 individual eliminations so far.
Yeah, doing a pretty good job indeed. So Talon now looking to see if they can bank on a little bit more of this beautiful position on towards the southern side. Can still play quite a bit of an angle onto the side here of DRX now, who starts to move on up. That's going to be Tony K opening the gate here as Big Papa gets dropped right on down. Yangon Galacticos are going to be making their way out of here as well, as E-Arena helps them out the door. Now, Talon keeping it nice and quiet, waiting patiently to see who's going to be the next one to poke their head out, spotting a bit of an angle over towards Tony K. The action is now going to unravel here, as it's going to be a full send from Nia, finding the play on towards Reboy. 2 players now left on the back line. This is going to be DRX's opportunity to go for gold. Are they going to be able to get the job done? E-Arena, the next one out of here. Talon now really feeling the sting here, as you can see Axel super low on that HP, but up comes the nade, not reaching all the way across. The Flame needs to watch out because BTR is going to come in hot. That is yet another play for Talon down. Nia now getting a little bit of that heat as BTR starts to move on forward again. Kent coming through with that Mini 14, just poking into any pixel out of place. Full send coming through here from the rest of the team, but look at that hit, or a Flame just about to join the lobby along the rest of their team. Now, down to the final 3 we go. They will be allotted here. Still, 9 eliminations now for Team Eremisi versus the 10 coming through from BTR. Someone is going to try and potentially pick up 5 additional eliminations. And this one Molly could end it all now for A1. Oh, Rowdy just trying to stay ahead of the Flames for the blue zone. Going to start bringing in a bit of a helping hand as it does find Delta. And it is going to be go time as the blue zone now starts to close on up. It is going to force the hand there of Tribe Eremisi. They will have to move into BTR.
Man, I don't even know how in the world did A1 Giante just survived over there. In fact, already survived. Now Giante just barely managed to survive that bullet, but not for enough, as 2 players get instantly, 3 players instantly get decimated right there of the Tribe Messi. That's 3 more elimination, 2 more to go. 15 elimination. A win of a chicken dinner is loading, ladies and gentlemen, for the bigger Tron Esports this time around for Drallis. Look at the right side. Look at the right side. There is a guy from the Tribe Messi just waiting out for you. But wait a second, did BTR just threw a grenade at their own player? That's exactly what happened. 1 player is down, and he is in really need of that revival as soon as possible. But Rowdy throwing the Molotov, the grenades, it's all going there. The stage is closing on as well, but let's see how BTR is going to take this opportunity into their hand to get that win of a chicken dinner on the front line. The revive has been delayed. The revive has been stopped. And on top of that, that's 2 more elimination. It's a 1 versus 1 versus 1. It's a 3-way deadlock going around for all of these 3 teams. Molotov coming into the play. Rig still staying alive. The grenade going forward. The S12K 1897, in fact, is going to get the connection. And the guy that was location. Zarus alongside of Terang, alongside of Frankie. It's these 3 players, but Terang gets taken down. Zarus is gonna throw a in fact smoke grenade. He's gonna smoke the place up and move close, maybe near the BTR. But first, it's gonna be a grenade. It's gonna be a grenade and no connectivity. Oh my God, you were so close, but no connectivity whatsoever. TS Frankie waiting for the team to enter. There we go. BTR has not only just entered, they have successfully taken this compound almost for themselves, as one more player is loaned. But comes into the play, taking the 1 player down, but now he's the final hope. He's the only hope of the team, and they're getting pushed. Team Secret out of the match, and BTR with 2 decent eliminations.
Utilize the terrain to sneak their way back into a little bit more of a secure angle here. But again, a very challenging spot that they find themselves in. It is going to be Alter Ego going toe-to-toe now with Voin Donkey. The push is there. Potato going to be hiding in the little corner there. Zeta could get met with a little bit of aggression here, but a quick reposition, and down they go. The nades find the damage, but not soon enough.
In fact, Zeta got...
Just gonna wait for an opportunity, and there's a quick re-knock now onto Jiggle. It's gonna be Vinna being an absolute menace at this point. Overcroft also just getting in the way, trying to protect the player. But now, Champion Esports, unfortunately, will not be able to survive as the grenades have connected on through. Vampire coming through with a follow-up. The vehicles are coming into play, and here we have that zone shift going back over towards the west.
What? Because if they do, they're instantly going to be spotted down. But Yoru Yoen, he's still cooking those grenades. He's throwing it up randomly in hopes to get any kind of connection. But a grenade did come close to him. He's lucky enough to survive so far. But 9 total teams, out of which I can already see five teams in the single northeastern corner.
That is going to be a pretty hot and pressured position to play from, but it's going to be Boom Esports trying to hold on. They do succeed as they take down Talon and managing to hold on to all 4 their players. But for how much longer will they be able to do that as the rush is going to come through? There we have it. BTR now moving into position, looking to capitalize. BRX also getting absolutely packed on up. Off they go. So the numbers starting to crumble. We only have 7 teams left. It's still going to be Boom. Oh, beautiful play there from Kent. Coming in with a drop shot, just making it so difficult here for Boom Esports to hold on. Now, as you can see, A1, they're going to be starting to ride that ridge as well. Trying to sneak in, come in. And the pressure that these teams are applying on each other. But now, look at this though. Mueller going to try and use the vehicle to get a good lay of the land, looking into that top window. Meanwhile, Voin Donkey going to try and fend off BTR as they continue to push. So much pressure coming in here.
Biggotron by Vitality. Biggotron by Vitality. 7 elimination. Close to Voin Donkeys. And no connection whatsoever so far. But Arena versus Vampire. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. The grenade from the BTR actually connected towards the Voin Donkeys as well. Now the circle's closing on. You have to push. You have to go. Potato is the final hope of the team. And Voin Donkeys is Potato. He's going to throw the grenade. It's definitely going to hit a lot. It's going to do a damage. But not enough to get the player out. In fact, it's going to fuel Fedralis' urges to push. And he pushes. Gets that elimination. We're in the top 5, ladies and gentlemen. And the solo guy, he's just chilling. He's just thrown down into the back lines, and that is CJ Boy. CJ Boy, you have to do something. But Arena, this is a decent number of points that they're going to finally have for themselves. Everyone pushing on. Close in. 1897 getting a connect.
Managing to bring their 3rd player back into the fight. But they are outside of the zone. They need to find a way in. It's going to be Mormon, the next one to get dropped on down. It's going to be Firen opening the play onto NC2. And now, E-Arena down to a solo. Tony K going to try and hold on, maybe apply a little bit of that pressure. get sure that they have 2 players at least to move forward in this fight. But BTR, they're not going to sit around and wait. They're going to start to just apply themselves onto the edge of zone. High, though, is going to be the one to snag that.
Having the upper ground, but 8th stage closing on 48 meters outside. You are Federalis. Mulby is going to be taken down. Firen is going to instantly decimate the guy. He has been fully finished off. Federalis also spotted. It's a knockdown, and down to the last guy they go. And it is. And I think, from what I can assume, Kent's location is also like completely revealed out. So he can only manage to maybe get 1 elimination, 2 elimination maximum, but it is looking a very great winner chicken enough for the Sem9's as player. Behind the rock that they are, throwing grenades, coming up, it's coming, the grenade's coming, not any connection. The second one closes up, it's definitely going to be a damage. A Molotov on its way as well. Oh my god, the situation is going so intense. Grenade on the face, and there we have it. High getting the final grenade in the coffin and getting everything decimated. How they're gonna like utilize and change this elimination into their own favor to the next phases, this is a big question. But so far it is a One Donkeys versus Bigatron on our screen, ladies and gentlemen. The parties, the teams are right in front of us. But, oh my god, there we go, there we have it. That's 1 knockdown, Potato's down. It's a confirmation on Potato, and 1 elimination to the name of BTR. RQ on the top of the mountain, but right below them, it's a Hora. It's entering this vicinity. No God, finally getting down. It's Doc, it's confirmation, it's a beautiful elimination to the name of Hora. Not only that elimination.
It's a little bit of a spread here, and I think this is what makes this area so exciting is all the mountains and the hills and cliffs the teams can get themselves positioned on. You got to keep your head on an absolute swivel. As you can see, Kayor just hitting the shots, but unfortunately not being able to convert that into a knock just yet.
Oh my god, but on the top of the mountain, on the top of this mountain location, mountain range, we are seeing a Hora versus RRQ, in which case Hora Esports wins it over, get that fight for themselves. But 2 of their own players is right now knocked out. Do not show your face there. Do not take a peek on that very bottom line, because the rest of the team RRQ, they're looking at you from the other side of the mountain. Foster you finally gonna drop down, gets eliminated. The car has been blown into bits, so you can't even get out of this place unscathed. One of the few places where you might get those shots connected on you, but so far it is Hora. RRQ is gonna lose it up, and there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is another
in the area. Is going to be E-Arena, just up on the high ground. And then, of course, as we can see, just alongside them there, we've got another team holding steady. DRS, though, going to be feeding that sting as Mochi sends it out, finds the hits.
And he has gone to. There's another name. There's another name. Right there, and he is definitely gonna get those shots. There we go. Federal is getting that final nail in the coffin. DRS with 1 elimination out of the match. Hashtag number 14. Okay, this is gonna be disastrous. This is actually gonna be disastrous of the gameplay that we're saying. 13 teams still alive, and this much of a time has passed by. 15 minutes have passed by so far. It's already super insane on that amount, on that occasion. So whatever these teams, whatever these players in fact are doing, they have to like start like aggressing it up at this point, because if they don't, the things are only come and bite you for as long as you're gonna delay the inevitables.
Well, they can only delay it for so much longer. It's going to be Zeta now trying to push. Oh, but look at this. It's going to be Hora getting absolutely picked up just yet. E-Arena, though, going to try and figure out what their approach will be. You can see E-Arena moving up. Ooh, BTR and Yangon Galacticos now also getting ready for a little bit of an exchange. Murnat trying to play that awareness. Gonna get their head on the swivel. Voin Donkey coming through with a push. The angles are coming in from all sides. And Voin Donkey will get themselves eliminated.
Yup, they did. Voin Donkeys out of the match as well. This is not looking good for them as well. Right here, BTR is also going to face the casualties, and in a single instance, it's all over for them as well. Shift, northwestern shift going around, and every single one of the team is residing there. We can see 18 teams, in fact, 16 teams joining into the lobby. And with this, now slow and steadily.
Then result in them pushing up on Vampire Esports, who, as we can see, are parked down below. Yeah, who worries about parking? Just leave your vehicles up on the roof. Get out while you can. Vampires now gonna run 20 points is what they had coming into this match. Talon just ever so slightly ahead of them with regards to those points, but this could now be the points getting locked in and sucked up by the van through the water, considerably more comfortable. But here we go. A flame quickly setting out the utilities, trying to put up some cover. But now the send is there. The grenade is going to connect on through. And this is now Talon having to hold over the full two-piece here as Vampires continue with their assault on the building.
It's an assault. We're going around. There we go. Talon, the last guy, is surviving. He's going to get one down. Almost the second one. There he goes. He gets the second one, but on the reload he goes. And that's the end of the Talon Esports, of Vampire Esports.
It might also be over for DRS. You can see Zem9 getting ready for full-on assault. RRQ thought they could come up and sneak a cheeky play, but also now having to pay the price here for trying to rush over the ridge. We do say goodbye to Young Gun Galacticos, as they are not going to be able to survive any further in the zone. BTR, though, are going to come through with their approach as they rush on in, looking to see if they can maybe find a few of those runovers. But now Federal comes in, closes it out, and that is it. DRS.
Not finding anyone, but Boom Esports coming from the back. There is a possibility that Boom Esports might get eliminated there. The player, at the very least, get absolutely decimated because he has no idea. He's not even the slightest of idea where the players are. Alter Ego, Rosemary versus Boom. It happened. Boom Esports, Yummy Johan with a grenade. Actually, he's going to take down one player, but Alter Egos are the one that's going to be taken out by the hand of Sim9. Wait a second, that's a third party and a fourth party going on straight up. Sim9 also gets obliterated somewhat by the team RRQ.
Yeah, this has gone from a party to a festival. As you can see, RRQ, Boom, all now just in the hot mess, which is going to be that western side of zone. I'm curious to see what Sim9 is going to be doing there, as they've now just rolled up, looking to close on through. Boom, right there alongside them. And of course, this is Sen here. Zero up on the front line. This could be the play now. Manpa getting hit by the off-angle positioning coming through from Team Eremacy, and it is absolute chaos. Now there's going to be a jump straight into the lobby here, as Manpa is not able to hold on. Boom, coming in super clutch, but Sem9 will make it out in 9th place. Now we head into placement point territory. Now, Trix still having a great opportunity here to get a quick and easy finish onto the side of Boom Esports. But look at this. Up comes the car. Not going to full send it up just yet, but they are going to be riding the ridge here. Riggs needs to be very cautious, but this is now that available opportunity. Octa, pops off the hit, and down they go. And that is almost the end of the story now for Boom. The numbers starting to dwindle. Not quite sure how they're going to survive Tribe Eremacy's assault on them.
There we go. Boom, out of the match. A Tribe Eremacy finally pushes them up and gets them eliminated. They're going to try to move inside of that circle at this much into the open. The rest of the teams, everybody into the surroundings. There's 4 right now. One team move. The rest 3 teams will be shooting at those individual teams.
Looking at here, who will be the one to walk away victorious? We don't quite know just yet. But A1 and BTR are going to be focusing in on each other. And I think this is a golden opportunity for the side of DRX to pick up whoever remains. But now Bumblebee riding the ridge. Ooh, they already lose their one teammate. Crazy is down and out. Kent now rushing up in a smoking vehicle. Not the best way to get into zone, but if you have no other choice, you got to try and try. Kent getting picked up and blown to pieces. Federal are going to be the last one left to hold their name in this game. But there we go. The shots from Alpha 7 now doing quite a bit of damage all the way across the zone. Alpha 7 coming in with a different strategy this time around. Going to be looking to play a little bit more of the quiet game. They are the team to try
on in this area, but there we go. Driver Messi's grenade. One Donkey's in the front lines. Getting shot with those grenades, but at the same time, Triber Messi's Gante. He's low. He's knocked out. There is no hope for this guy to get the revive. The survival is really looking grim at this point, but Trix, come on, you need to push, you need to go forward, get those elimination numbers for yourself. That's the 12th elimination that the Tribe Messi is going to have for the whole team. In the front line they come, take the fight. It is at one Donkeys, the last guy. The grenade is being thrown. It might do a decent number of damage, but Trix's own player, Giante, became a shield, a human shield for the guy. Amazing job, and gave enough momentum, just enough momentum for the players to actually get those shots connected, get that shot reset.